So hello, those people rejoining us. We're in a bit of a quandary because this is Anexis and ESC Gaming. The Anexis Mouse Sports game was delayed in this ESEA European Invite League, which has meant that our second game has ran over, and that means that I don't know what to do, whether or not it will be better for us to skip from this game and move over to the all-important one that's coming after, which is Very Games and Ninjas in Pyjamas. The winner of that game is pretty much going to decide who tops the ESEA League. So it's a quandary. Hopefully we can squeeze both in because currently NIP are playing Navi in another league, which I don't know if I can mention or not on air. Anyway, I am Richard Lewis, the editor of cadred.org. We've got another 2 games after this in this ESEA Invite League, and both, I hope, are going to be ably co-cast by my former MTW player, George Hoods G. Hoskins. So thanks for rejoining us, George.
Yo, no problem.
Good. I'm just making sure you're awake because it's been quite a long wait for us. But you can see we have got 5 of each, and the game is going to go live. So rather than take us through the merits and demerits of each team, I'll just quickly ask you to give me a prediction and why you think it's going to go the way you think it will.
It's a tough one. I think Anexis have just come out of a strong game versus Mousesports on the same map, and Mousesports are kind of a struggling team at the moment. So I don't know. We practice against both teams. Both have got very different styles. Anexis have got a very source-based style, obviously ESC 1.6. I think Anexis can edge it, actually. I think ESC showed some weakness against Virtus Pro the other week on Train.
They did,
and it'll be interesting to see, like I spoke about with Absolute Legends, it'll be interesting to see how Anexis adapt to that sort of 1.6 style, the very aggressive sort of strats from ESC, and obviously I think a lot of the battles will come down to Nico and Pasha, and yeah, like kind of.
I hope not literally, because that's a battle Nico would lose, like most human beings. I feel if it was some sort of terrible fist fight, it would not end well for the Danes.
Yes, I have offered Pasha an arm wrestle, but we'll see.
You've got a long way to go, my friend, a long way to go. I'm going to go with ESC Gaming on this one before we talk about your stick-thin arms. Because I just feel that, coming off the back of that epic game against Virtus Pro, one of the best games of CSGO I've ever seen, let alone commentated on, I just feel ESC Gaming are going to be, they know that they cannot take that top 4 finish for granted, and they are indeed going to really look to push this hard. So, and good news, everyone, I've switched to auto director because I know in the first game my camera control was like that of a drunken horse, and I apologise for that. So you can see that Anexis have got the 4-1 spread. Nico's going to go outside and throw a nade on this all-important pistol round. We'll just quickly toggle some X-ray. You can see where ESC Gaming are. They're going to be pushing this outside area, and it looks like they're going to go quite aggressive. So they are going to push into Nico, and there's a jumping kill from Cuban, and Taz is his wingman, just to give you some more X-ray vision. This is a very classic 1.6 strat. They're doing the boost up onto the hut, and auto director's taking me to Pasha, who's just having a little look down those stairs. We're going to go back to X-ray cam, as I feel it's important to have it on at this particular stage. And you can see Nilla is under Crows, very close to Taz, and auto director seems to think something's going to be happening very soon, and Taz is indeed going to get the kill. Can he make it a double? No, but Neo is going to steal it from him, and Neo's switched to those Julies, so things going very well for ESC Gaming at the moment. They've managed to get up Crows, secure this upper area. It's a 4v2 situation, and Anexis, of course, do have full HP. You can see Cuban's gone aggressive through Squeaky. They've all gone aggressive through Squeaky. Pimp's going to take down one. I'm not too sure if that was a wise strategy because they've walked straight into a crossfire here. You can see Lord is behind him, though, and I don't know if they know he's there. They certainly do now. They're going to go and double phase. Lord's going to get one. Glaive's going to get the other. So now it's on Glaive to clutch with 5 HP. Neo is going to drill in with those Julies he picked up earlier from the rafters to secure a very, very good pistol round for ESC Gaming. So, George, you've already been with us for one game. We saw a horrendous lack of terrorist tactics from Absolute Legends, which saw them lost 16-1 in the first game. What did you think of that pistol round there from ESC Gaming?
Yeah, I love that style of how they got the PT50, just trying to work the picks, taking it slow. And I also like the fact that Lord was pressuring the ramp at the same time, so Anexis couldn't really move away from the ramp and rotate, so that just allowed the boost and then the split from main. So perfect team play and perfect round from ESEA. Nothing more to say really. It was just great, and it's nice to see that they're using the outside area and working the splits. Something I would have liked Absolute Legends to have done. So yeah, good start, and let's see if they can pick up the eco.
Well, I'm pretty sure they will. You can see they've got the variety of guns, and we're just toggling the X-ray so you can see for yourself where everyone is. Cuban knows there's one behind that box, and of course Nuke, and there's another fail nade, so many of them. Of course Nuke is a map where stack ecos can be effective because of the enclosed nature of choke points. So you can't really take ecos for granted, especially when it's the CT doing the eco, because obviously they can group up, and that's what they're doing here. They've got the impression that they were going to go upper, and as they've rotated, they've allowed ESC to secure that ramp area. Taz getting the first kill. Pasha's going to get another and do a lot of damage to Nilla, I think it was, who was ducking down the vents. And no, it was Nilla actually coming from behind. So Pasha picks up two. Neo's going to pick up another one. Cuban's just having a look in that ramp area, and you can see there's nobody there. But he is just holding the back door, so to speak. Pimp, who... he's a very good young player and has certainly caught the eye since moving to CSGO in ways he didn't in CSS. He's got it all to do. What a memorable moment this would be. Clue, it's not going to happen. But a 1v5 he's in a position against. I'm just trying to find where he is at the moment. They've got all the entrance points covered. No sign of Pimp anywhere. No, I haven't seen hide nor hair of him yet. And there he is. You can just saw him briefly. He's on the vents. Wonder if he's going to have a little peek and just try and get a cheeky exit kill, and he does. And then Neo's going to take him down. So probably it's worth it in the end for Pimp. No point in saving the pistol. Does get that kill. That deprives ESC of a gun. That's going to make it 2-0. And those pistols, a lot of people have been saying how overpowered they are, George, yet we still don't see a lot of eco rounds in CSGO.
Yeah, I mean they can be very, very overpowered, but ESC, I didn't really like the way they played that anti-eco. They sort of split up a little bit, like they send one guy outside now, here you see, and in this game it's so dangerous because he could just get D'd, he could just get PT50'd and put under pressure. You see he's already fallen. So I don't really like those kind of ecos in this game. But yeah, the pistols, I don't know, it's just like Source. The Deagle was overpowered, but if you do the right things and take it slow and go together, then usually you're... It's all about how you play the rounds, really.
We can see that Nico's down to 6 HP with that spamming, and it is ESC. Oh, that's a great reaction headshot there from Taz. Just caught someone in mid-air. Brilliant from him, and we're always talking about what a strong player he is, and with that double, I know it's an eco, but that was crisp aim. Great crosshair control from him. And that is Nico and Nilla down. The N-twins down for the Danes. So, it's a great little peek from Pimp. Oh, he's already showing such great form in this game. I'm going to look forward to see what he does when he's got a game out. Pasha holding the back door, which seems to be something he does a lot of. Glaive trying to peek him. Looked like he got a headshot there, but it didn't seem to do... oh, it did actually. It did Pasha quite a bit of damage, but it wasn't enough to kill him. That's what happens when you're a Polish powerlifter. You can stand a couple of headshots. So, 6 HP and a double kill for him, double kill for Taz. In the end, it's MSL with it all to do, and he's going to get one kill with that little crouch. Cuban's going to enter the dance to death. They're going for the battle of the pipes there, and in the end, it's Cuban that does get that kill, and that's going to make it 3-0 for ESC. Great start for them. We're going to quickly run into the buy round, George, so have a particular look at how they spread out, and let us know if you see anything interesting. I'll quickly just have a look, see if I can get an idea by switching to the overlay view, which I know I don't use enough of, guys, so sorry about that.
You notice again, ESC have opted for no up, just like Absolute Legends, so it seems to be a running trend with these teams, so it'd be quite interesting to see what...
And indeed, Nico is an amazing AWPer. We always talk about how good he is. So we've got these smokes kind of coming in. They are trying to smoke off these key areas. And so far, ESC Gaming have spread out quite well with this 5-rifle setup. And again, just toggling X-ray, you can see that they can actually get down to outside. They've smoked it off, and they are going to get lower. So this is something that we're probably going to see a lot of from ESC Gaming, because they look like they can certainly get there. But while that happens, Pimp again makes that kill on Neo. So sort of in with the new, out with the old, and Nico's going to get Taz, who was coming delayed to ramp. So Anexis have got the numerical advantage here, and Pash is very low as well with 34 HP. So ESC Gaming lose the first round. They're going into the battle of the toe spams, and Glaive's going to win that one. So ESC Gaming definitely have it to do now. Great reactions there from Nico. Bit of a fail from Lord. Pasha is the last man standing. Going to quickly skip to him. Sod you, Auto Director. I want to see what he's up to. But you're telling me MSL's the man to watch. I'm going to trust you, Auto Director. Are you ever wrong? But yeah, Pasha's going to get down the ladder. He's extremely low now. 13 HP. Nilla is going to be moving in. He's still got 100. Nico's going to be closing off the ramp area. We've got the X-ray specs on, so just so we can see where everybody is. And Nilla just having a look at Hut. And everything seems to be pretty much closed off. This is going to be a save from Pasha. He's not going to try anything insane here. And probably is wise given the circumstances, so he is just going to save that gun. And Anexis is going to try and hunt him down, but Glaive close, but no cigar. So that was a win round there for Anexis, George. What did you notice? What was the key difference? Because things looked like quite good for ESC. They took outside, they got into lower. What went wrong?
Yeah, ESC, I like the way they set up. They got Neo using the smoke to sort of force Nico to fall back, and they basically wanted to send 2 down lower from what I saw, and they had some options then. Taz was at the ramp, and if they made some kills lower, Taz could flank ramp, or they could come up the vents, and you had Cuban and Lord ready to go in main. So kind of like a really nice standard from ESC, and it's something you see from 1.6. You've got a standard round that can turn into 3 or 4 different rounds off of what happens in the round. So I really like that style of play. It didn't work out for them. Anexis caught the 2 guys rotating down, and yeah, that was the end of that. So Anexis pre-rotated and shut it down. A similar thing coming in now from ESC again, but as you can see, Anexis.
Yeah, well, I'm watching. We've been sent here to Nilla, and you can see that it's a battle at the ramp. Taz has been doing particularly well, but in the end they are just going to line up for Nilla. Nilla's going to get 1. Can't get 2 though. Taz delayed. Just superior movement there really in the end, and didn't allow Nilla's crosshair to reset itself. So that's a good trade at ramp. That's going to let ESC Gaming in, and of course with this map, controlling ramp is so very important because it gives you options of what side you can go, and that is amazing from Pimp. I'll tell you what, he is really standing out here. 2 amazing headshots with the M4 to turn this round on its head. Incredible. And then Pimp's going to make it a 3-man. No one's taking him down at the moment. He's on 46 HP, looking for that 4th kill, but don't think it's going to happen. It's just going to be a spam fest now. Lord, the last man standing. And X is going to make it 3 rounds to 2. And George, don't you wish you had crisp aim like Big Pimp?
Yeah, that was really good from Pimp. Again, ESC just trying to force the guy. They know Nilla was the only guy around, so they're just trying to force that frag. Anexis kind of made the wrong play. Nico rotated far too late to help Nilla, and that Nilla should have dropped. So that sort of opened up the round, but then Pimp came up huge downstairs. So if you're going to play one ramp, then you can pretty much, you shouldn't try and lose that kill from Nilla. Yeah, again, good play from Anexis, and they're starting to feel out ESC and shut them down a little bit. So,
well, just looking around the map, and again, there's so many smokes going down. X-ray becomes a necessity just to kind of follow the action, especially with the way the radar works in CSGO with a few glitches. You can see Neo's going to get that entry frag, and he's going to be able to pick up that AWP from Nico. So Nico got smoked out there and pushed quite aggressively. And one area where ESC Gaming have had a lot of success has been that outside area. But now Nilla on the rotate from ramp, going to come behind, going to take down Cube, and Neo has got this AWP now, so he's just going to be looking around. You can see we've put X-ray back on, and there was nobody there, so it's good to secure an AWP on an eco round, but of course it is the only gun they've got, so it's still going to be an uphill battle in this 4v4 situation. But this will be a huge round for ESC Gaming to take, and Neo's the guy with the AWP, so you've got to fancy him to kind of do something with it. Pasha going for the peak, he's spamming away on the ladder, and in the end he's getting drilled, but it's Pimp who he's traded with. Pimp's going to get a kill though. He is going to take down Pasha and finish the job. Quickly switch to looking at main, and once again Pimp's coming up clutch, just loving it. not missing anything at the moment. If you see him, you will die. It's all on Neo. He's going to miss that up, and then Pimp's just going to pistol whip him to death. Having a great game so far, and at 3-all, I think we'll take a quick look at the frag charts. No surprises whatsoever to see Pimp at the top. 10 kills, 4 deaths. I got a feeling he's going to have a huge, huge half, people. So do keep your eyes peeled on him. And of course at ESC, it's the big man Taz. 5 kills, 3 deaths, but still a very good haul for ESC Gaming. 3 rounds, and we'll see what they're going to do on this buy round next.
Yeah, and as you can see, ESC haven't opted for an AWP again either. So. They're just, I think, well, I like their style of trying to push Nico back outside. It's really working out well. It's just they need to capitalise on the rounds once they take out.
Well, Nico switched up into that kind of walkway area outside near Crows, pushed it aggressively, got a great entry pick on Pasha, and then wisely drops back, which is how you have to play it rather than go aggressive and die. So first blood in this round to Anexis, and Pimp again on top of that hut, gonna take down 2. And well, that was a great crossfire, but once again it's Pimp that's just coming up with the numbers. And he's having an amazing, amazing game. And Anexis from 3-0 down, they've come back to make it 4-3. And I got to be honest, the last thing I want to happen is for this game to go the distance, because I don't want to miss a second of Very Game's nip. But equally, how can you be disrespectful to 2 great teams here? And of course, just to plug our own thing at Esports Heaven, we have got ESC Gaming. Confirmed. I think they are going to be attending our event, and I think Anexis are too. So we haven't announced that officially yet, but I'm pretty confident both are going to be there, and that's going to be alongside Very Games, Nip, Na'Vi, and 3D Max. So 6 absolutely awesome teams, and of course 10 more to go. Nilla, however, is going to get first blood again for Anexis. So Anexis really turning the corner now against the ESC. This is an eco round, but Nilla's going to get another kill. This is going to do his confidence at ramp a load of good. Make that a 3-man. Some nice little headshots, just controlling the area nice. And Nico just took down Pasha there, effortlessly outside. Pasha was just kind of creeping along. He looked almost surprised, Nico, to have to make the kill. And he's just jumping around outside, not too worried. Just relaxed, doing his job. What were you going to say, George?
You can see now that Anexis have sort of changed up their game style. They're playing Glaive in main and Nico outside with the AWP, so they're not even... They're trying to stop ESC from even going downstairs, so that way Pimps then doesn't have to rotate from the vents, and that way you can hold 2 strong upper as well. So kind of nice from Anexis how they've changed up the game, but it'll be interesting to see what ESC do now with that. I mean, realistically, their best bet would be to force Nilla down from ramp and take some ramp control, and then sort of work outside at the same time, sort of like their pistol round. That'd be really nice from them. But again, I don't think they've even got an AWP, which it would be nice to see Pasha go 1v1 with Nico right now as well.
It would. It's a duel that I was relishing at the start of it, but for whatever reason, the current meta game seems to dictate that you play 5 rifles as terrorists, whether that's down to the close choke points on the map, I'm not too sure, but ESC Gaming on a buy round now, but Anexis, of course, doing very well, and we've got to point out that Nilla got a 4-man in that last round. Sure, it was an eco bash, but they all count. And Taz taking some damage. Glaive just going for a little peek outside. You can see Pimp's in his favourite position, just sat on top of that hut. And Nico in ramp room this time. So they have switched it up a little bit in Anexis. I don't know if they're trying to call ESC Gaming's bluff and read what they're trying to do and adapt to it. And Nico left himself with a pixel there. He's called it. Good little counter flash to allow himself to get back into position, and you can see though ESC Gaming have wrapped around outside, and in the absence of Nico being there, they can get into main. Nilla down in the vents, just moving back and forth, and it's Pimp they need to take out, which is that was Glaive on top of it this time. Pimp has pushed through Squeaky, so my bad. Cuban does take down Glaive, but Pasha and Cuban have wrapped around. They are going to get 2, and in the end, well, great coordination from ESC Gaming though. Nilla managed to get one. Taz and Cuban wrapped up, and that was a great strat. But what seemed to be the deciding factor in ESC Gaming being able to execute that strat was the fact that Nico, for some reason, went ramp, and they basically gave them outside.
Well, that's the problem. They gave them outside, and then Nico rotated off to ramp, and Nilla that allowed Nilla to drop. But Nilla dropping in that time Neo was able to work himself under ladder, and normally Pimps would have been the guy to rotate. So just that little bit of timing won the ESC the round, and saw a really nice pistol round connect.
And then just like all good boxers, look at this. They do it slow, they work the body, and now they're working the head with a fast push onto upper. Glaive has come up big though with 2 kills, make that another one, a 3rd kill. And they've really shut this down well, but they can't have seen it coming, so it's all on Cuban. He's going to get 1 to make it a 1v2 situation now. And Crows is clear, you can see again from the x-ray cam. Sorry about leaving it on, guys, if you don't like it, but on Nuke it is kind of invaluable because of the nature of the map, very confined. Train's another map as well where it's pretty good. Can understand why you'd be sick of it on Dust 2. Cuban, though, he knows there's someone vent, and he's going to have seen the other guy. He's going to drop vent. Now he's going to come back up, and Nico's going to take him down. A little bit of peekaboo, and that is going to make it 6 rounds to 4 to Anexis. But ESC Gaming went fast there, and it didn't quite work out for them, George. So is that, are they trying to throw Anexis off guard? Are they trying to do something tactically, or was it almost like a desperate gambit because they're now starting to feel Anexis getting a grip on the game?
No, I mean, they just won the round previous, and all the other rounds they had been going slow, so I really like that style of just mixing it up and trying to hit a fast round. The problem is that Anexis' setup is quite upper heavy orientated, so they sort of got shut down coming out the squeakies. Yeah, unlucky, but it was a nice mixture from ESC.
I agree with you, and you don't see enough teams, I think, mix it up, and you can see MSL's outside, and in the end he's took down Neo, and Pashas took him down. Great shot again from Pimp. His aim just so crisp right now, not missing a head at all, and that's going to give Anexis the numerical advantage. Nilla just ramming that point home with another kill on ramp, and you can see Nico's had to fall right back, almost to the CT spawn area. Not that ESC Gaming are going to challenge, try and do anything with that. They don't fancy that at all. They've rotated back round to lobby, and you can see with the X-ray specs, they're heading towards Nilla, who's been finding his feet on ramp and shutting down everything he's had to. He's hugging this wall very close. Cuban is going to get taken down. It's all on Lord, so Lord's going to peek. He's going to get that kill on Nilla. That's going to get the call to 1v3 now for Lord, and they're going to rotate super duper fast. He needs to at least get this kill here. Pimp, though, is going for the backstab. Sneaky, sneaky Pimp. And you can hear Lord spamming away. You can even see it on the X-ray. Is Nico just going to vent him? No, he's going to look at his shoes, look up and kill him, which I believe is the preferred technique for AWPers across Europe these days. So, Anexis, 7 rounds to 4. You can't underestimate, though, how important 4 rounds actually is as terrorist. You were saying in the previous cast, George, that you feel this is still a very CT-heavy map. You know, how many rounds would you consider a good haul, a respectable haul for a terrorist side?
Well, sitting at 7-4, I'd be happy. I mean, it's between 5 and 6. I mean, realistically. But 4, I would be confident going into CT side. If you pick up pistol, it's fairly easy, in my opinion, to lock out. But I like how Anexis are dictating the play. They lost 1 round where they gave up outside, so they instantly, the next buy round after the upper rush, they had 3 guys outside, because they know ESC have always, most of their strats have been executing 3 or 4 outside, and Taz trying to push the ramps.
Well, you saw what happened when Taz tried to push the ramp there. He just got spammed through the smoke right in his head. It is just an eco round, but we also saw an amazing reaction shot there from Nico. Just a little flick shot, and MSL going to clean that up to make it 8 rounds to 4. But yeah, so from what you're saying, George, this buy round, it's not massively important here. We've only got a few more rounds left to go, but again, not electing for an AWP, so we're going to see how they're going to play this one, ESC Gaming. Getting a 5th would be a luxury, but certainly they've got enough to build on. The main thing is we just... Well, I was going to say the main thing is we just don't want it to run over, because Very Games Nip is looming, guys, and that is the big one. But no disrespect to these guys. It's been a great game so far, lots to enjoy, and I'm loving the work the auto director's doing. I will never be a cameraman again, people. That's it. Those days are over. So we got Cuban on upper, on the outside area, just going to be throwing some smokes over. You can see that they've managed to put down a smoke on ramp as well. Nilla just backing off, but they have got a nice crossfire going. In the meantime, ESC Gaming are going to rotate round to lobby, which is the intended target, I'm pretty sure, based on what we've seen from that person they've had positioned on the top. And as they go in, MSL is going to get the first one and make that another one for MSL, but Neo and Taz are going to answer back, and Taz is going to pick up a great double there. Nico's going to rotate through to main. He's not going to fancy it, no, he's going to play very passive, so he's showing some personal growth by putting that nade in there, because Nico of old would have just ran in there and gone for a no-scope. Discipline. Neo's going to try and plant this bomb. He's gone for a fake one. Doesn't really know where people are positioned. Nilla's going for a spam. That's a ridiculous spam. I'd be so angry if that happened to me. Taz taken down in that position, so it's all on Neo, the great one. 1v2 situation. And Nico, now that the bomb's planted, is going to wait, is going to get that kill. That's what patience does for you. And no doubt he'll pick up the defuse. This is the etiquette. Look at him thinking about the team kill. No, he's not. Etiquette means nothing. It means nothing in Anexis, and that's going to make it 9-4. So yeah, George, what are your thoughts about how that round panned out?
That was a perfect round by ESC. They had thrown all the standard smokes that they do outside. They'd fake the outside with the flashes. Then Taz faked the ramp. In the previous rounds, he did the same with the flash and would take the ramp. But then there was a period where they waited a little bit too long. They obviously wanted to hit upper, and if you watched on the overview, Anexis had actually rotated out position back to outside on the fake. And then by the time they sold the fake and gone upper, the rotation had come back again into upper. So what was a perfect play, that little bit of timing just ended it for ESC really. But it was still a close round. So it was a nice play again by ESC. They've just been really unlucky with the timings twice now, and that's 2 rounds. So.
Well, you do need a little bit of luck if you're going to win things. They've certainly left ramp alone. Nilla's been kind of... I can't believe your director decided that wasn't important. But yeah, Taz actually took him down. Neo is going to get a kill outside as well. So great start to the round for ESC Gaming. Glaive is very low, and it's a 4v kind of 2.5 situation. And you can see Taz is saying, dear God, I'm so bad. Nilla laughing about it. I don't even know what we missed. Damn you, auto director. So I should have vetoed him. But a great headshot there from Pasha into the hut. Nilla saying, how did I not see you? So obviously he's just ran right past him. MSL though, battling away, has got it all to do. Great again from ESC. They just pulled them apart like a chicken wing. Absolutely destroyed them and got the plant on upper.
This is what I don't understand. ESC have won all their rounds that Anexis have given them outside, and they've just given them outside again and tried to do some sort of ramp push. And ESC's discipline, Taz and people are going to be waiting for you. And as soon as you let 3 guys under your catwalk outside, they've converted all those rounds into 5 rounds. So I'm not sure why Anexis, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And they've started changing it up when they don't need to, and giving them 5 rounds, and that's quite a good amount of rounds as a team.
Well, you're absolutely right, and you can see that we've got an early pick there from Glaive in this last round in the half. Will it be 10-5 or will it be 9-6? We shall see. That's a great start for Anexis, but Taz again starting to find his aim. I don't know how he can say he's bad. He always impresses me every time he gets on the server. He is going to make that kill on Nilla, so they're resuming their duel. I'm sure for a young player like Nilla, it's great to play against an experienced person like Taz, who has been there and done that. Nico going to miss that first AWP shot, not the second though. And Cuban's going to take Nico down. So Neo has got up that ramp area. You can see the bomb's been planted as well. So things looking very good for ESC. They just need to hold it. But wow, MSL is going to take down Lord in the hut. And now he's going to... is it going to be a flash? Yeah, it is. He's going to get a flash in. Double flash, I think. So there's 2 flashes have gone. Neo... unable to hold it. Again, it's that man Pimp. Cuban's going to take Pimp out of the equation. It's a 1v1 situation. MSL's going to hold his nerve, and it is going to be 10 rounds to 5 for Anexis. Great half of CSGO. The young upstarts of Denmark showing that they can mix it up with the old heads of ESC Gaming. 3-time World Cyber Game winners in 1.6, and these young Danes have really given them a game here, George.
Yeah, and that was a perfect round for ESC again, but Neo just couldn't hold the ladder, and Pimp came up, clear disadvantage, and converted the kill, and that got them in the round. Again, it was great play by ESC. They recognised that Nilla's alone on ramp. Nexus has gone back to what was working, and they convert the kill to Nilla, and it looked like they had the round, but MSL and Pimp came up huge, so... Yeah, I mean, 9-6 would have been a lot better than 10-5, but I think if they win the pistol here, then it'll be interesting to see what Anexis do. But I think if Nexus win the pistol, they're looking at a 16-8 win, something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. That there are some inherent balance issues, of course, with the nature of the map, and it can be very hard to convert ecos as terrorists, as we've already seen tonight. What I think is going to be crucial, absolutely, is this pistol round. So people are readying up, and again, just to give you an update, we are going to go straight to Very Games Nip. I'm being told there might be a slight delay there. I'm certainly hoping that's the case, because I don't want to miss a single goddamn round. We will go straight across to it, so stay with us, because I know everyone wants to watch that game. We are going to stream it, but equally we don't want to disrespect these competitors and just say, you know what, we don't care about the result of this game, you were just our warm-up act. So hopefully they'll pick up the pace. We'll see how it's going to work out. Certainly, if Anexis win this pistol round, that's probably going to expedite things, but let us see. So, ESC Gaming now on the CT half. Anexis, Terrorist. What have the Danes got up their sleeves? And we'll see if they're going to go aggressive and go head-to-head, just based on aim and, of course, not smokes and flash. It doesn't look that way. It looks like they are going to spread out. Which on a pistol round, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I do like to see some wolf packing, George. That's the kind of packing I like.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and come through.
Yeah, they are, actually. This is pretty aggressive, to give them due. You got that exchange in main. MSL's turning around at the wrong time, though, and Pasha's going to come around, rotate, and take him down. Pimp, again, though, is going to get first blood for Anexis. So Neo's going to pick up another couple of kills, though, on the rotate. So this is looking very bad indeed for Anexis. It looks like it is going to be an ESC Gaming pistol round. You can see that Glaive was up in Crows, spamming away, and Cuba managed to readjust his aim just in time. ESC Gaming take that round, and we got two ecos coming in. So, what went wrong there? Would it have made any difference if Anexis had got that kill in main, George?
Well, they basically sent three outside, one on the roof and one flashing through the hut. And the idea was the hut guy is meant to clear above them and the CT vent so they can come in main. However, the hut guy didn't quite kill the CT vent guy, and then everyone, ESC, were kind of stacked up, and that's the round over when that happened. So, yeah. It's basically just the fail of one guy on that round, and then stuff like that happens. So it's now made it very hard for.
That's how it snowballs. So I imagine we're not going to see an eco here, because as I said, you don't see ecos, and you see ESEA just butchering Anexis while I'm talking away to make it 7-10. If it goes to 8-10, which I'm pretty sure it will, what do you think we're going to see in the first buy round? Because we've seen ESC Gaming have been AWP shy as terrorists. I mean, they are going to bring out an AWP and contest outside. I mean, you have to do that as CT, don't you?
I mean, yeah. Realistically, yeah, you expect Pasha to be seen with the AWP. But it's interesting to see ESC with FAMASes rather than like P90 and weapons, you know, the other weapons as we see in CSGO with the money stacks and things as such. So, interesting decision for them.
Well, talk us through that, actually, for people that maybe don't know the mechanics behind it. I mean, people buy the SMGs for what purpose? Why would they take an SMG over a FAMAS?
Well, number one, in this game, they're just uber strong. P90, MP7, they're very, very good close range, Mag 7, and the money reward system, how it works. As far as I'm still aware, the certain SMGs and shotguns give you per kill more money than M4 and things like that. So I would have thought as well that Pasha would have been eco as well for an AWP. A lot of the time you see teams, if you win the pistol round, your AWP will generally just keep a PT50 and eco twice for that AWP on the buy round, but he has got
he doesn't need to worry about that now.
Not going to play.
Going to have a bit of money after that 4-man. Loved that eco bash. They just aligned for him like planets, and he just decimated them all with a controlled spray, and instead of a pat on the back for his troubles, Taz shot him in the back. So that's how it works in ESC Gaming. Only the strong will survive. But anyway, it is this all-important buy round, and Auto Director, much like me, it's got a feeling Pimp's going to do something special, but no, we're going to switch to Glaive. But Pimp was the first man of the round. Let's see if he can come into play. Certainly the way he's been aiming of late, I would back him to be making some sort of entry pick. So, a huge pick there from Nico. But the minute Pasha poked his head up over red, it just got ripped clean off by a brilliant AWP shot from that yellow area. So Nilla's going to get that next one. Taz is going to answer back, and Cuban's going to tie it up with a kill onto Nilla. So Nico jumping down from yellow, going to go on top of her. Is he going to go aggressive into main? Looks like he might be. I'm going to put X-Ray on just so we can get a feel for where everybody is. And ESC Gaming, as George pointed out, still got these Famises and M4s, so Nico just looking around, and Glave's working his way from under Crows into ramp, and yep, that's going to be a nice easy kill on him. Cuban totally not expecting that. Don't know if that was a breakdown in communication, but that is going to open the ramp area, and you can see Pimp is just pushing there now. Nico's going to be following him, just watching above Crows with his AWP. Looks like they're going to secure lower, and you can see Lord has gone outside to use the stairs to get there, which is why it's certainly a lot better than using the vents. It's all on Taz. Perhaps he should have waited for the cavalry. Didn't do a lot of damage either, so Lord with 100 HP is going to make this 1v3 clutch. And Anexis are in great positions, both the corners and the ramp covered. Lord's giving his position away, so I can't see how he's going to make a clutch from here. Not without some sort of German third-party software, but he managed to bait them into a push, which was quite clever play. And he's done it again, I think. Is he going to get the kill? Well, I'm not even sure how he did that, but fair play. Was the works, people. And 19 HP. Is he going to get away from the bomb explosion? He is. And so he manages to get the save as well. So, although they lost the round there, ESC, that wasn't a bad way to play it out by getting 2 kills and saving your gun to make it 11 rounds to 8 in favour of the Danes. So that was a strong round there from the Danish.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see that Pasha is opting to hold outside alone, and Anexis are playing a very sort of standard 3 outside, like the old Reason used to, and 2 in lobby, so 1 holding hut, 1 holding ramp. The great thing was, as soon as ESC lost kills, they catch a lot of people out, because they instantly pushed lobby and got the refrag, so came down to 3-on-3 in the end. But I don't like this play from ESC, just opting to have one M4 outside when you've got Nico aggressively working the picks. If you look at Neo's position here, if he keeps peeking outside eventually against Naught, it's a clear disadvantage. So we'll see, but a good round from Anexis.
Well, you can see Lord, this is a nice position that he's holding here, and well, sure, he got a headshot for his trouble. I was about to say he should be making a nice crisp headshot there. You can see Cuban as well has pushed up and through the smoke. There are members of Anexis. He's thrown a flash and he's backed off. Best way to be on ramp, really. Play it passive, because it's a position you can't really afford to give away. Taz is playing at the big nuclear containers, and Neo's wrapped round outside, took down Nico. So that was smart play from him. MSL, though, is going to get that delayed flash over, but Cuban squatting on those boxes is going to take down Nilla, so things looking very good. ESC Gaming looking very secure, and Anexis is now going to commit to this ramp push. Neo's going to get another kill. He's pushed round, and he is going to get a double, and Cuban's going to get 1, and that's going to be a shutout. 5 people still standing for ESC Gaming, so what a way to bounce back. And we'll just have a quick look at what that's going to do for the money. Yeah, I was going to the money situation for Anexis, and yeah, it looks like we've got an eco coming in, George.
And interesting to see Pasha's now got an AWP on his back, so they're going to switch up. Which is, yeah, nice from them to switch up. Anexis should have done better that round. They were taking it very slow, working the picks, but again, they're in this absolute legends thing. If you work the picks slow and you're getting out aimed, then you need to maybe start thinking, switching to some aggressive rounds. Like an aggressive upper would be nice versus ESC, for example.
Well, let's see what's going to happen. I mean, they were grouping up there as if they were going to go towards Hut, but they decided against it. I think they're just spamming lobby. They're trying to bait people out. I don't think ESC Gaming are going to fall for that. Just quickly, while we're on an eco round, George, do you rate Pasha as an AWPer? Because he's coming for a lot of criticism, in particular from the 1.6 community, which, to be fair, everyone comes under criticism from the 1.6 community. But, you know, do you think he's a strong AWP player?
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's won as many tournaments as they have, they're all good players. It's just about adapting to the game, and then, yeah, I think they're all great players, and I think he's a good player. Sorry.
I like it. Very non-committal and non-controversial. No, that was good. I like it, George. You are the gentleman of CSGO. And while that happens, we're almost a tie game, because it's gone 10 rounds now to ESC Gaming. They shut that eco out nice and easy. Anexis at 11. And I'm just looking to see what they're doing here. We got, well, Is it going to be a double eco, George? It looks that way. So why are they having to double eco? What's been the issue with the money there?
They're wanting to save up for Nico's AWP, number one, and number two is like, as you saw Absolute Legends, you could force Galil and AK by a lot, but they like obviously working the AWP picks, so.
And they've decided to push Pasha, the man that you were pointing out there, and he's got the first kill. Probably not a good idea to just run it in. Pimp, is he going to be able to work it? Of course he can. Every time we look at him, he's killing someone. Incredible. He's took down Lord and has now got a gun, so I wonder if that's going to come into play in the round. Nilla on 20 HP, just try to spam the two guys that have come from under Crows, and in the end Neo and Taz are going to pick up 2 kills while Nilla takes down Pasha, so that AWP is now out of the equation. And Glaive went very aggressive on Neo, even ran through a grenade to get that M4. So things are going very well in this eco round. It's a 1v2 situation. He has got a gun, he has got half HP. So while you would fancy ESC Gaming to win it, there are stranger things that can happen. And Cuban coming round behind him. It looks like he's going to go in that ladder area, but look where he's got to, Glaive. You can see him in the X-ray cam, just if you look up in that corner. He's got there, so positionally, they might not know where he is. 20 seconds to play with, though. Has got the bomb. Oh, and that's just unlucky timing. Just looked away at the crucial moment. Taz, the stealthy assassin, comes in, ties this game up at 11-11. And the momentum for me, George, feels like it's with ESC. I know Anexis have just double ecoed, but this is a hugely important round.
Yeah, the game is pretty much on these next few rounds. I mean, it depends if Nico is now going to be going 1v1 with Pasha on the AWP. And it's also going to be interesting to see if ESC are going to do any sort of aggressive tactic. This would be the time, as a CT team, I'd like to sort of push lobby, get aggressive on an exit. Because you know they've only got 2 in lobby, and they're still opting for this sort of outside.
Well, you can see as well at ESC Gaming, they've got a crossfire going on in ramp, so that looks like that might be shut down. Here's the moment we've been waiting for. Nico and Pasha, are they going to come with square off? Well, maybe, but Pasha's nowhere to be seen. And in the meantime, Neo's just going to push through ramp, pick up 2 kills, round over as far as he's concerned. He's just going to drop back now. It's a 5v3 situation. They're going to close down where they think the Danes are going to rotate to next. And you can see Pasha, he's going to call out someone's pushing him aggressively below Crows. That's going to allow Neo to pick up his 3rd kill of the round. So on for a 5-man, although I don't think that's going to happen based on where the Danes are spread out. Pasha is going to work that up outside, and then he's going to take down Lord in a hilarious team kill situation. So, yeah, ouch. You can see what Lord thinks of that. Pimp able to smile about it. Yeah, I know, he had a good look at him. So, an MSL unable to do anything on the plant lower, so all that talk bigging up Pasha, and then he goes into something like that, George. You jinxed him.
ESC did exactly what I thought, and Neo went aggressive in the ramp, picked up the 2 frags, and then just able to fall back. And now Anexis are in that situation. They're going to eco again. Maybe a few PT50s coming out, but they're in a similar situation to Absolute Legends. The first couple of rounds, they tried to work the picks with the AWP. Now they know that ESC aren't giving the picks like Very Games, and they're not really doing anything with their rounds, so they need to either switch out with some AKs, some smokes outside, some aggressive main splits, lower splits, something like that, just to mix the game up a bit. Because
well, here we go. It's almost like you read it in Pimp with 2 pistol kills on upper, and they have secured this bomb site, so it's a 5v3 situation at the moment. And they've got upper well secured. MSL's going to get that kill. Glaive's going to pick up another one. We are about to see an eco round, I'm pretty sure of it, because now they've got guns in the hand. MSL's going to go aggressive. And what a great turnaround there from Anexis to just rush out onto that upper. And, well, did they catch ESC Gaming napping, or was that just incredible play from Pimp again?
I'm not sure, but I didn't quite see, but I think maybe at the start there they had 2 on the ramp, so they executed upper. And like I said earlier in the game, when I saw, ESC seemed to be quite vulnerable in upper, so some well-timed flashes, and yeah, Anexis have got great aim, so when they go aggressive and start using it like that, then that's when
those flashes are coming in on upper, George, what can you do as a CT to avoid them?
Well, Basically, there's a few things you can, like Taz is doing now. He's looking straight down. That tends to help quite a lot. Or you can just counter flash. If a team heavily flashes before they come out, you can just pre-flash them back. So you flash yourself and your teammates and them at the same time. And when you come unblind, you're in a smoke or things like that, and then that's how you hold up, basically. Or you can, before they execute, push the hut, push squeaky.
Oh well, is the kind of vent retake strat no longer viable in CS:GO?
I haven't seen it been used a lot in CS:GO.
No,
I assume it would be, but the flashes are slightly different to source, and I don't think they're as effective coming through the skylights as they once were. So, I would opt to hold it.
Bit of a fail while you were talking there. Nico missed a pretty straightforward AWP shot. So Nilla.
And you see.
Sorry, go on. I'm just about to watch a. Well, maybe Neo's about to go huge. No, he's not. But Cuban and Pasha did. So yeah, what were you going to say?
I was just saying about Taz's smoke on top of the hut there. It actually smokes the people coming into it. That's also well played by them to just use
huge reaction shot. Pimp is just mental. He got took down there by Lord, but what a headshot he made just moments before it. And that is a great plan, all things considered, for Anexis, and they certainly are going to need the money the way they're getting through AWPs at the moment. Nico missed another shot. It's a shame because whenever we seem to cast his games, we do catch him making these mistakes, and it's not a fair representation of his talent or abilities, but people who follow the ESEA streams probably wouldn't believe that. But it's a huge round in the grand scheme of things for ESC Gaming to take it to 13-12. Anexis are going to buy, so we'll see how that goes. But Pimp again, what? Honest to God, this is a guy that in the CSS community, for those of you who don't know, was called a cheater, said he was a smoke hacker, all of this stuff. But and to be fair, his personality didn't exactly make him the most likable guy. He was flaming people, being disrespectful. Since he's got his head down and actually started playing, he's just gone huge in CSGO. One of the best players out there at the moment. Anyway, Pasha has made an entry kill. Cuban's going to get the next one. Glaive's going to drop down. This is an aggressive ramp push. They managed to get down to lower. They are going to try and secure off that area. That flash looked to go through, and it did. I thought it might just clip the windowsill and come back at them. Neo now rotating behind. Looks like he is going to team flash him, but Taz is going to shut them down with 2 kills, and Pasha's going to get the last, and that's going to make it 14 rounds to 12 now. So Anexis went aggressive, but it didn't work out for them. So, yeah, I was going to say, what do you do here, George? I mean, do you force the buy, or because it's ESC, you go eco, right, and you try and play for overtime?
They can't force the buy. They just need to try and eco and go back to using their upper rounds. I mean, right then they were just a bit readable. They went straight ramp, straight low, and ESC's communication and teamwork, they're fragging them as they're coming into ramp. They're not letting them get refragged. And then they're just rotating around and just mopping up it.
Well,
here they are opting for the one round that way.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the aggressive pistol strat, and this worked for them last time. And once again, they have indeed made 2 kills, but things are not going to plan here. They've only got 1 man left. He's got an AWP, but he's going to get pushed by Cuban, and that round was over so fast you couldn't call it. And that's going to put ESC Gaming at match point. All the rounds now required from Anexis to force overtime, and looking at their money situation, indeed they can't afford an AWP. They are going to go AKs and the full complement of nades and flashes. So I'm just going to stay with it, George, while we push into this super duper tense round. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 16-12 win for ESC. Their dander's up, but anything can happen. So Anexis, they know what they've got to do. And they've looked impressive, especially Pimp, in kind of fits and starts. But ESC Gaming, that discipline, that experience, has just been coming into play, and they've really performed well on Nuke. So Anexis is spreading out now across the map. Not going to be able to contest outside. They're going to be doing some spamming through some smokes, and you can see Neo there taking some damage. But in the end, Pasha is going to pick up the first kill on Nico. So that's going to end Nico's involvement in the round. Will it be the end of his involvement in the game? Anexis is going to have to come from behind to force overtime, and they're going to have to do it with a 4v5 here. That flash coming in on Nilla, and you can see that Cuban's just going to go aggressive through the smoke. He's creeping towards, he's throwing that flash, and then he's going to run into it. Nilla turned away just in the blink of an eye at the right time, and Glaive's going to quickly pick up another kill. Taz is going to answer back. He's just going to push out a hut. He's going to pick up another one. Can he pick up a third? No, he can't. Nilla's going to get him, but Nilla is very low, 4 HP. It's a 2v2 situation. Next frag, you feel, is going to be absolutely crucial. Nilla's going to have to go back and pick up the bomb. You can see Neo's pretty low. Pasha creeping around behind. Well, this could be huge.
Pasha.
Yeah, Pasha. This should be the double. He's going to get the one, going to get the two. It is the double. It is the defuse. It's GG WP 16-12 to ESC Gaming. And George, you know, based on our predictions and stuff at the start of the game, not that I'm going to gloat or anything, about being right, how do you feel? I mean, what do you think about ESC Gaming overall, their performance, and what did you think about Anexis? Could that result have gone, you know, any other way?
Yeah, like I said, Anexis, they had the rounds won on CT, and then they tried these two rounds where they tried a different setup and gave ESC outside, and yeah, that was the difference really, and they lost the pistol. The pistol's not such a big deal. It was the 2 other rounds they gave them by leaving outside and letting ESC have it. Anexis, they could have gone up a bit better. They won it in an eco. They could have sold a fake of that and tried to fake upper and work outside a bit more. But ESC, yeah, they're just very good. Once you make an entry on them, they'll just push you back. As you saw, Taz would just make the frags in lobby. As soon as Anexis got any momentum outside, if they killed Pasha, they'll just take the refrags, and that's what ESC are good at. Their team play and rotations, and yeah, Anexis can quite deal with it. So